Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to go over some very interesting TikTok videos that I've been finding. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So check this out. Watch this.
Y'all gotta watch this.
Say it again.
Y'all gotta watch this.
Prove that you're here.
Look at this.
Why do you keep turning off the TV?
Look at this entity.
Ooh.
Just keep
Hey,
watching.
hon. Come here.
She's like, no, I don't want to even.
Look.
Watch this lady. She's like, she's like, no, I can't do that.
I don't think it's just down here.
Watch. Watch this.
Look at that.
Watch this. Watch
This is the most active during the day that I've seen. Oh, there goes the Xbox 2. Wait a minute.
You hear that?
Oh, I'm not liking
Watch
this.
this. Watch this.
Oh, wow.
Watch.
Wait. I swear I can see. Ooh, stop it.
Holy crap, dude.
What the fuck?
I'm not
Like,
liking
I
that.
would be telling that thing to leave in the name of Jesus.
Let's go to dinner or something for a while.
What's going on, y'all?
Time to go.
I mean,
What's
like
going
getting
on?
the Bibles and the crosses out, the whole deal,
Y'all gotta watch
man.
this.
Say it again.
Y'all
whole
gotta
deal.
watch this.
That's crazy.
Prove that you're here.
Look at this.
Why do you keep turning off the TV?
Look at
That's
this
so
entity.
crazy.
Ooh.
All right, now let's see this one.
Time out to
Y'all
come here.
seen this?
Because we wish to spread our message.
And give me the principal tenets of your message.
We are a collective conscious
See his
and
name?
a cyborg sent from the year 2050,
Orion?
sent from a higher civilization to warn people of the incoming apocalypse.
How will it end?
With environmental disaster, technological singularity, disease, and famine.
And will you fall victim to that demise at the same time, the collective you?
Our body will, the real Orin body will, but the
Carbon.
collective will stay alive.
And the collective will exist in what plane? I mean, will the planet still be here?
The planet will be destroyed.
Okay. Will you be mechanized by then?
We are already mechanized.
But you're not mechanized now.
We are. There is a brain implant, which is how we speak to you right now. Orin is but a shell.
Or
Okay.
you don't have a brain implant.
So as you sit here now, you're mechanized.
Correct.
Okay, because I thought I understood you to say that you are becoming mechanized.
Yes. We will become fully mechanized as in the commercial
Watch this.
sense shown on our shirt.
Watch this.
Okay,
But
Blue
we are
Beetle.
already mechanized.
I broke it
But
down.
not fully.
If y'all
No.
see my work,
okay, just partially mechanized.
I broke it
What
down.
part of
Y'all
you
know
is
what that's
mechanized?
about, right?
Our brain, our legs,
Okay, your legs are mechanized.
inside, yes. We've had operations.
Okay,
Go watch my
so if
Blue
we
Beetle
X-ray your
breakdown.
legs, we would see mechanized legs, not bone and muscle.
Correct.
Would not be the
It is
same.
a combination of flesh and steel.
Right.
We are not saying that we are invincible. We are saying that we have merged with technology, with machine,
Right.
in order
See
to
where
stay
this is going,
alive.
right?
I've got really crappy knees, so
Understood.
See, I don't even want to finish that one because you know where that's going. That's a whole crazy ass cyborg transhumanism stuff or whatever. You know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger was in that movie. Now, this dude had a really cool one. I gotta find it here. Okay. Hold up. Okay, I found it.
all right, my people. All of the madness that you have been seeing lately, there is a method to this. There is a method to it. We are now leaving the Kali Yuga age, the Iron Age, the Fred Flintstone age, and we are entering the Golden Age.
January 15th, we are officially transitioning out of the Kali Yuga cycle and going forward into the Golden Age. Yuga in Hinduism basically means the world age, okay? So you have the Iron Age, you have the Copper Age, you have the Silver Age, and you have the Golden Age. Now, spiritually, as a collective, we are currently in an Iron Age. But with the cosmic energy shifting and the CMEs hitting the planet, it's actually putting planet Kai through what's called a terraforming process. This also has effects on us genetically. Our DNA, or DEA, is converting from a double helix to a triple helix. Kali was the personification of death, destruction, and war. Kali, this time being a representation of matriarchal energy, would be destroying the patriarchal system. This current cycle is predicated on war, calamity, and destruction. Something is happening that we never ever experienced before. Planet Kai is navigating to the center of the Milky Way galaxy. This is why we have been experiencing so much cosmic and solar activity. Everyone will be getting a genetic upgrade. This is actually what I've been preparing everyone for when I tell you to get your Shilajit to strengthen your melanin, raise your testosterone, and increase your strength. Or to get your lion's mane to detoxify your pineal gland from all the attacks that these deletes been doing. Or things like Blue Lotus and mugwort to activate your pineal gland for astral projection and lucid dreaming. This is simply to prepare you to ensure that you're at optimal level when the cosmic energy really take effect on us. During this time, it's important to keep your frequency as high as possible. We're going to be getting upgrades from Sirius, our local sun, and all the celestial bodies surrounding us all simultaneously within a 12-hour duration. And again, this is going to occur January 15th, okay, of 2024, this year, all right, which is Monday in our time, all right? Again, as I explained in several videos, time is an illusion. This is predicated on the cycle, okay, on the cycles, and the Kali Yuga cycle will be concluding, and we are transitioning into the golden age, okay? Now, this isn't something that's going to just magically happen overnight, but you will notice the changes, okay? You will notice your body going through substantial changes, okay? You're going to notice a lot of different things. Some people may even get sick, all right? And this is just your body making the necessary reset to deal with the energy that's going to be coming online, all right? And again, it's important that you don't let nothing take you off point. None of these archons, none of these NPCs or non-playable characters, none of these Agent Smiths or anyone that's distracted to take you off.
Shout out to the good brother for putting that together. That being said, how have you guys been feeling? I literally been feeling like I'm in between different worlds, multiple worlds.
Yep.
Feel lightheaded, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes not lightheaded in the sense of like I'm weak or anything, but it's like I feel elevated. I feel not of this world. Like my physical vessel is here, but I feel like not of this world. Like my vibration is so high sometimes I literally feel like I'm out of this world, but I'm still planted here. My lucid dreaming has been off the charts, astral projection off the charts. I literally feel like I'm not here. My body is here, but my consciousness is elsewhere, creating this heaven that's coming onto earth right now, y'all. Is that how you guys have been feeling? Because that's exactly how I've been feeling, y'all. And it's literally coming to an end really, really quickly.
Whoa.
I can feel it. We all can feel something big is here, and it's happening so fast. So let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this, y'all. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift, y'all. Peace.
All right, so check this out. I got some more really cool stuff to show you here. And I've got a point to my strangeness.
In regards to my last post, this is what I was talking about. The merging and collapsing of the worlds. Okay? As you can see, you see the red and blue everywhere. You already know what this represents, y'all. But these are the worlds. You see the spheres? The spheres, these are the different worlds coming together. Collapsing. These are the different realities coming together. You see the flash. The flash. Every timeline has a flash that's collapsing right now. You see them coming together? All-seeing eye. All the worlds that they have made up, all the lies, everything, where they were the superheroes, you know, they written themselves into history. All the lies are coming to an end. This is the destruction of their world. The end of the Scorpion Age, which means the ending of death and evil.
Just look at what's happening. These worlds. Colliding and collapsing.
And this is what I mean by over here. It looks like two worlds, two spheres that's colliding on top of each other. So much so, you see, it's like in between worlds. It's in between worlds. So this is what's happening. Not to mention the Kali Yuga just ended today. So now we officially are in the golden age and things are going to increase. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this video.
And we are actually funneling down to one timeline, and in this funneling down of the one to the one timeline, we're actually witnessing more and more of these Mandela effects or deja vu. And that's because what causes those is not necessarily people going back in the past and changing things and then creating a domino effect of other stuff, which can happen. But more often, it's because these timelines have been overlapping as they come closer and closer and closer together to funnel down to just one timeline. And so things from this timeline are bleeding over into this timeline. And we're seeing that through Mandela effects and stuff, right? But now we're visually seeing it as well. There are pictures from the ISS that shows planet Earth that looks like two totally separate pieces that don't match up. Like there's a clear line between them. Two Earths are being created, right? Like Dolores Cannon talked about this with all of her clients. I've always known that we were creating a new Earth, right? But it's essentially we're creating this new timeline to be on. That's a more peaceful timeline for everyone, you know, where we don't have the poverty and we don't have the third world countries and things like that, right? Everybody has enough and everyone is living the way that they should live, which is in joy and happiness and peace and health and harmony, you know. So these timelines are actually collapsing, and I want to show you something else because all of this is cyclical and it's all taking place simultaneously, and corresponds to the binary star and the whole thing that I've been talking about for years. And I want to show you this as well. This is from Mr. MBB333. But it's a video that I made last night.
He's still
not necessarily in meteor showers. Sometimes we get rogue ones, and I think these here are somewhat rogue. And here's another view from the SDO that you don't see very often. Looked like some sort of a planet went between the spacecraft and the sun on January 21st of 2024.
now.
They're saying that's a planet that's in between the solar observatory thing that's out there and the sun. That's not Earth, though. It may very well be our binary star, because look at it. It looks like the red Kachina to me. It looks like a dwarf star, a dark star. That is certainly what it looks like to me. But they're saying that that is Earth that got in between the sun and the observatory thing out there. And I don't believe that. I don't think that Earth would look like that. Look at how crusty it is. Look how red it is and rusty looking. And look at all these energy points. That is what we would see in the sun. And if you go back here to the beginning of this, when he's first starting the video, look at all of these bright lights here, and they're claiming that that's comets in front of the sun. Okay, now they very well could be comets, but where did so many comets come from? They would come from the system of the binary star because it has its own comets, its own meteors, its own planetoids and planets and moons and satellites that are revolving around it. So, and then coincidentally enough, this is Yellowstone's seismographs, and over half of these seismographs were suddenly offline at the same time that this planetary system, this planetary body, came in between the sun and that observatory. So now I want to show you something else. Timelines. See his listing here, his headline? Are timelines or time itself being manipulated? Well, it's definitely changing. Check this out.
You guys ready for this? Hang on, here we go. Carl, out of Culpeper, Virginia. I just got this today. In fact, it came right over here in the Dropbox less than 6 hours ago. He might have put it in there last night, but I got it 6 hours ago. Out of Culpeper, Virginia. The photos on the left, backstory over here on the right. Let me read it to you. Check this out. This picture is from my aunt in Culpeper, Virginia. She said her dog, see the dog right here, was acting strange, and she took a picture to send to her boyfriend, and the figure that's circled in this picture was not visible in our spectrum when she took the picture. Whatever this is right here, she didn't see it. The dog noticed something. That's what compelled her to take this.
This is the true meaning of us going into a fourth dimension. Right here. This is clear evidence of it because we're going to start seeing things that we didn't see before because these timelines are overriding each other now. They're blending together to create one timeline for us to be on. Okay? It still doesn't mean that we're all going to be on the same timeline. It just means that they're converging.
This photo, Carl A shared it with me. I'm sharing it with you guys. Check this out. How weird is this? And what it reminded me was someone had a theory about what potentially occurred down at the Miami Mall with the possible blending of timelines.
Yep.
And maybe something happened
That's what
that
I
made
think happened
something
there.
appear inside the Miami Mall temporarily, revealing something that we wouldn't normally see, like in this photo here. This was not visible, whatever's in this photo. I want to make something crystal clear. I can't confirm or deny whether or not this happened. I'm just going based off of what Carl is sharing with me. I didn't take the picture. This picture is obvious of these 2023 July. Well, that's what it shows there, but it's the year 2023 calendars. I mean, we're well into 2024. 2023 is in the books. It's history. She was so confused as to why somebody's ordering 2023 calendars, and she said it wasn't just one; it was a whole stack of 2023 calendars. She just thought that was kind of odd, and that was on the 21st, yesterday. She also sent me a picture, and again, it goes back to the blending of timelines, possibly. She noticed the date on her dash was wrong, or vice versa. The camera was showing, check it out, September 25th of 2022. The car was showing September 25th of 2023. And some people are speculating that whatever occurred down in Miami had something to do with the possible blending of timelines. And that's what I learned many years ago about the galactic super.
And I totally believe that that's exactly what's happening. And I specifically remember back in 2019, 2018, it was 2018, that when I first started dating this guy, I was texting him. He had an old iPhone, like an iPhone 3. It was really outdated. And I just had an Android. But when he came to pick me up one night for a date, he showed me the text that I had sent him from the earlier in that day. The timestamp on it said that I sent it to him in 1979. Dude, we didn't even use cell phones then. But it said 1979 was the year. It was January 17th, to be exact, of 1979. And I'm like, what the hell? That's crazy. No explanation for it. And twice since then, my phone, my Android phone, has had a wrong date on it that also, ironically, was for January 17th and January 19th. And I think I even did a video about this a year or two ago, with a totally different year timestamp in it that wasn't the year we're in. So this is trippy stuff, but like these timelines are converging, and every time we get a burst of it, and I think that has something to do with maybe um, the solar pulses that happen, because I guess like the sun is supposed to go micronova or something. And I have some video clips of the sun doing this weird wom 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 thing, and that's like a pulse of energy happening. I think that's what creates these very noticeable things. But has anybody noticed that their computers and their phones and stuff are acting really weird past day or two? Because my shit's been hella crazy. Anyway, back to this.
Superwave. This was a theory by a very smart man. The man's name was Dr. Paul LaViolette. And I studied his theory. And keep in mind, this man's a big thinker. He's a genius. But his way of thinking was that as we travel, through the cosmos, through the Milky Way galaxy, the solar system, not just the Earth, keep in mind, it's the whole solar system, the sun, the Earth, we enter these density waves.
Yep.
And to make a long story short, I mean, this is a
And we're
very
in the
deep
dark
topic,
rift
okay?
right now, which is
But just
very
to kind of
intense
touch on
energy.
the gist of it, as we travel through these density waves, maybe at times it can have an influence on time, maybe temporarily, permanently.
Yeah.
It's called the galactic superwave
Because
theory.
time doesn't really exist anyway.
And
It's
it's
a
quite
human construct.
fascinating. But if you really think about it, there is some truth to it. I think. I think there's at least the possibility of these density realms of energy in our own galaxy that could alter noticing, difference in timelines or time changing. I'm going to show you guys some examples of videos that have been sent in recently.
If you have not
And it looks
subscribed to
like the
this
videos were
dude, you
just
need to
taken.
go
I
do that.
checked the
He's
metadata and I
amazing.
couldn't find anything there
And he's really
to see if
covering
the metadata was
some
consistent with
serious good stuff
2024.
lately.
But the videos, in one case, the video is exactly a year old to the day. I received, let me put this, I want to show you guys. This is an article that was sent in by a viewer. After yesterday's live stream, I had another person send me in confirmation about the no smoking ban at Miami Beach. When she saw my live stream yesterday, she had to confirm it for herself, she said. So she went to see when the no smoking ban took effect in Miami Beach. And she was like, wow, it did take effect January 1st of 2023. And it did. And that's what it was showing at the bottom of the video from 2023. That was exactly like 1 year apart to the day, almost to the hour. Here's an example right here. Here's the two videos. This is a video right here from 2024 of what took place down at the Bayside Mall. This is a video from just a few days ago, January 1st of 2024. Look at the similarities to the video that was taken January 1st of 2023. Check it out. You can't make this stuff up. This video is 3 weeks old. And you're going to see a video that is just over a year old from January of 2023. Here you go, back in time. They look almost identical, right? This is a video from a year ago.
That's trippy.
Same place, same situation, same thing going on. It's like the
What?
same energy just repeated itself again.
That's wild.
Wow, there you
I
see
don't
it. You
remember
see
that
it for
happening a
yourself. So I had
year
to put them
ago.
side by side just for, presentation purposes, obviously, for this video. But I wanted to see myself
That's
how
pretty wild.
similar the incidents looked, and they look almost identical, eerily identical.
All right, what else?
Maybe
What else?
once a
What else?
year, we became friends, distant friends, just over the phone. We would just chit chat once a year, and I enjoyed talking to
Y'all,
him
if you
because he
don't
always
know,
had, obviously, knowledge and wisdom.
if y'all don't know about the Philadelphia experiment, you need to look that up. Do a little research. Also, this guy up here, William Tompkins, look him up. Learn about his stuff. He tells about the SSP, which is the secret space program. He knew about lots of projects that I probably shouldn't name or I might get flagged. But maybe I'll type that out in the description or something. Yeah, just check him out.
Wisdom that I was just absorbing from this man through these phone lines. But he would tell me things, and one of the things that he told me, I never forgot. There's a lot of things he told me I never forgot. This is one of them that I wanted to share with you guys because it involves kind of like a timeline thing. You guys ever hear of the Philadelphia experiment? Well, the Philadelphia experiment, what's up, Western Body? Thank you so much. The Philadelphia experiment was a theory. It supposedly did or didn't happen. The legend was it didn't happen, but it was just talked about. John told me he was in the military in 1951. This occurred back in the 1940s, this experiment where there was a ship, supposedly, they made a movie about it. Some of you may have seen the movie. They moved a ship they cloaked it, moved it from Philadelphia to Virginia, and then it ended up back in Philadelphia. They moved it through time without physically moving it through the water back in the 1940s. John told me, he asked me, he goes, have you ever heard of that? And John wasn't a movie type of a guy. He didn't watch movies.
That for real
He ran
happened.
at 94 years old, he was still running a business. He was organic before organic was cool. Yeah. John ran an organic nut and fruit company. And he knew this was back in 2009, 2008. He knew organic was the way to go back then. And as you can see today, what's up? Well, John knew what was up back then. And again, the guy was just a genius, absolute genius. He told me this was true. But again, this would involve, experimenting with time. The ship was moved from Philadelphia to Virginia, but it didn't quite work out perfectly. It worked.
It worked, but it didn't work out well for the people that were on the boat.
About it, or just simply Google Philadelphia experiment.
So look that up for sure.
And no, coming from a man, he heard he was in the military in the 50s. They said they were still talking about this in the early 1950s, and he heard the talk when he was in the Army, how this had actually worked back in the 1940s. So there's been technology around, guys, for a long, long time. The internet was around, I think, before some of us on here were even born.
Yep. Sure was. But they don't want you knowing that either. Okay, now, let me pull this back up because I accidentally dropped us out of this. I want to go back to the TikTok for a moment. TikTok. Oh, here we go. This is what I want to look for. Where's he at? Where's he at? Y'all familiar with Nino? Nino's Corner? Okay, so check this out. Where'd it go? Here it is.
The shit that's going on is incredible. Did I ask for this? No, right? But I cannot. We're on the same page. We're on the same page with everything. I'm sick and tired of the bullshit. I want us and I want our community to have a fair crack at living the fullest life we can with all the truth and all the knowledge and all the skills that we should have to be happy and thrive. The shit that's going on is incredible.
So this dude that he's talking to, he's like, I forget his name exactly, but he's got a hunting channel, right? On YouTube where he tries out hunting gear and different stuff. But all kinds of people have been writing into him about Bigfoots and werewolves and all kinds of crazy shit that they know about. Scientists are actually writing into him and sharing things with him where they know about Bigfoot and stuff. Is that for real? Let's look at this one.
This woman was absolutely losing her, curled up in the bathroom, hiding the doors locked, screaming on the phone because she saw about a 10-foot tall, hair-covered, naked man go running across the back 40, right outside the window, faster than anything could ever move.
And why do you think this is being hidden from us?
All right, picture this one. We have a human flavor of being. They aren't human, they are different from us. They are a being, human-like being, but they're not like us. They're very similar. Now, guess what they get to do? They get to rip around this planet without going through all this shit that we are. They are free to a point. This woman was absolutely losing her, curled up in the bathroom, hiding the doors locked, screaming
Okay, well,
on the
I
phone.
thought we were actually going to get to see something there. But it's just a little clip. All right. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing I wanted to show you. I got a lot of free time on my hands lately. So I've been looking at all this crazy footage. And I say crazy, but I totally believe a bunch of it. It just seems bizarre, you know? It just seems absolutely bizarre. All right, this next chick I'm going to show you, she talks about the mud floods. And man, there's a lot to know about these mud floods. Like, we are not being told all of our Earth history for sure. Like, we are not. So check her out.
All have started something with this mud flood thing, okay? So we finna get into it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, so let's go. Let's get into it. All right, so I'm gonna start off with this picture right here. So if you look at this picture, you see all of these lights, right? But what is the one thing that is missing from this picture with all these lights? No matter where you look, there's no power lines. Not one power line in sight. So how in the world did they power their buildings? How did they get electricity to their buildings to power these lights on? Here's another one. There's no power lines, but look how lit up it is. And not only that, guys, I have a question. How did these people right here on horses and buggies have the technology to build this kind of architecture? It doesn't add up at all. Look at this building. Look at the lights and the columns and all of the spiky things on the top. Like, what is going on here? So in this picture, I'm supposed to believe that the people on the left-hand side are the ones that built this building. There's no way. There is no way possible that they built that. They're still using horses and buggies. So how in the world did they build this? Where did they get all of the material? This just does not add up. The same scenario here. There's no way that these people built these buildings. Look at their vehicles. Like, look at what they're driving. Don't you think that if they built these buildings, their vehicles would be a lot more advanced than this? Look at this building, right? Okay, now look at the obelisk. There's no way that they built that. There's just no way possible. Another question I have is, do you see those doors over there? Why are those doors and archways so big? And these columns, look how big they are. But look how little the people are. So who were these buildings originally built for? The same thing here. Look at that archway. Look how small these people are. I mean, who were they built for? Going back to this picture, look at the archways and the doorways. Those are massive. Those were not built for modern day people. I could be overthinking things and I could be seeing something where there is nothing. I don't know. But what do y'all think? Let me know below.
Now, look at this one here.
How does that fit? What happened? Why is it covered in mud? What are they trying to hide? And exactly what is going on with this? Like, it looks like a brick building, but then whenever the bricks start falling off, it's a whole nother building. It looks like maybe a courthouse. How do they hide that on the inside, though? This is just crazy. When they laid the foundation for the store, they didn't realize there was a whole nother building up under there. I'm so perplexed with this. Like, how is there so much of the building under the ground, but they don't even know it? Like, how do you go inside of a building that has this much underground and not know there's more to the building underneath? And perhaps the most astonishing one of all is the White House.
What?
What's going on under there?
What's
Why
going
are all
on?
these buildings covered in mud? This too, look at these columns. Erosion has made these be known, so what is going on? What are they trying to hide? Someone digging somewhere in Italy found this in their backyard. This is crazy. My question, though, really is, where are the people? Where are the people who built these structures? Why have we never heard about this? What happened to them? Why were these stories not passed down from generation to generation? I just don't get it, because it makes no sense. How all these structures can be buried underground. No one knows about them. There's nobody that has been told this from their grandparents, great-grandparents, or anyone. It's just like, whoa, we found these buildings. What the hell? Where's the history on these buildings? Where'd they come from? Who built them? Where's the people that built them? What's the story? How does that fit?
She asks
What happened?
very good questions. Like, who is covering this knowledge, right? Like, this has totally been buried and hidden from us. Oh, let's check that out. That sounds fun.
But what happens when these lifeless sculptures come to life, defying the laws of nature? These hair-raising occurrences were not the result of special effects or clever editing. They were captured by ordinary people just like you and I, armed with nothing more than their smartphones. These unsettling moments we're about to show you will make you question everything you thought you knew about the world that exists around you. So brace yourself as we delve into the darkest corners of the paranormal and uncover 20 times when statues terrifyingly moved by themselves and were caught on camera. Number 20. Holy Christ of Saltillo. In the mystical city of Saltillo, Mexico, an extraordinary encounter with the supernatural took place, captivating the world with its eerie charm and forever etching itself into the annals of paranormal lore. Imagine attending a solemn mass in a historic church where sunlight dances through stained glass windows, creating an otherworldly atmosphere. During that moment, a simple cell phone camera captured something truly remarkable. As the camera roamed around the sacred space, it unexpectedly focused on a seemingly ordinary statue of Christ, standing peacefully in the distance. But then something extraordinary happens. The statue's eyes, carved in stone, came alive with chilling realism, locking onto the camera and sending shivers down the spines of those who watched the video. It was as if the statue's gaze could peer deep into one's soul. Initially dismissed as a trick of light and shadow, skeptics were soon proven wrong. The statue's eyes gracefully closed in a breathtaking twist, dispelling any doubts that this encounter was purely optical. It became clear that this was no mere work of art frozen in time. It was the living embodiment of faith and wonder. Word of this miraculous manifestation spread like wildfire, weaving tales of divine intervention and haunting legends. People flocked to Saltillo to witness the mesmerizing statue for themselves, drawn by its bewitching eyes and profound sense of awe that it inspired. The legend of the living statue of Christ continues to enchant believers and skeptics alike, forever having its place in history as a captivating
what y'all think about
enigma.
that? Leave it in the
Number
comment.
19, the Blinking Buddha. Buddha statues can be found all over the world,
I think
symbolizing
they're giving
great
power to these
significance in the
things, and
Buddhist
that's why they
religion.
can move.
In the vibrant city of Kuala Lumpur, an extraordinary event unfolded. Several Buddhist statues, crafted from metal and adorned with gold plating, were witnessed in motion by a mesmerized crowd of over 100 people.
That's not the
These
first time I've
statues,
heard of
normally
Buddha
still and
statues
serene,
moving.
astounded onlookers as they blinked and moved their hands, mouths, and chests, but the spectacle does not end there. A soft and luminous glow radiated from within these divine effigies, casting an enchanting aura that bathed the sanctuary in a celestial embrace. Witnesses stood transfixed, their eyes shimmering with awe and wonder, as their souls became stirred by this unusual event that defied logical explanation. Imagine the astonishment of those who had come to the center for their routine prayers, only to be graced with such an unexpected marvel before their eyes. The presence of their intricate mechanisms within the statues is impossible, given their solid composition. So everyone who's ever seen the video is left to ponder, were these statues attempting to convey a message of warning, or was it
His
simply a
mouth is
miraculous
moving.
display, spreading joy to all who beheld it? Number 18. Our Lady of Guadalupe statue in New Mexico. In 2018, something extraordinary took place with Our Lady of Guadalupe statue in New
Is
Mexico.
this the one that cried the
It appeared
tears
to
of
move on
blood?
its own, according
Oh.
to witnesses. However,
Nope.
that was only the beginning of the statue's enigmatic tale. On not one but 4 distinct occasions, observers were astounded to witness tears streaming down the face of the sacred figure. What made these tears all the more remarkable was that they were not mere fleeting droplets that had dried up swiftly. Rather, they persisted throughout the night, remaining visible until the following morning. This would suggest that the statue had been continuously weeping, even during the darkest hours when all was seemingly quiet. Upon closer inspection, it became apparent that these tears were flowing from a realistic angle. The statue's slightly tilted head would indicate that the tears had originated in the middle of her eyes rather than from the corners. A scientific analysis would be conducted on those tears to delve deeper into the phenomenon, and surprisingly, it revealed that their chemical composition matched that of special olive oils used in ceremonies. Considering the video footage and the evidence that was presented, what are your thoughts on this remarkable situation?
That was probably just somebody setting some shit up. But there was one that cried tears of blood one time or something like that. I remember that one. That was pretty weird. All right, what else we got? Let me find the other one I wanted to show you. Okay, you gotta check this one out. This is Lamont. Remember Lamont?
All of them. You name your biggest black actors, you name your biggest white actors, you name your biggest female Latino actresses, they all have to do it. A blood oath. Now you bend over. Now every orifice that you have is going to be annihilated. All these guys, they take your humanity from you. You know how the feminist movement has categorized men. I think that
Yeah, that was a bad idea.
I think that, what was his name? Samuels had the podcast. There was, the women hated. Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels, yes.
Kevin Samuels was eliminated because they didn't want to go back to that. They want these women ignorant and twerking. They want kids running around the street. If they don't pay the income tax, they put them in the penitentiary and they get their money out of them that way. All of them. You name your biggest black actors.
That was
you
like a
name your
mic
biggest
drop
white
moment,
actors,
right?
You name your biggest female Latino actresses.
Mic drop moment. Okay. Yeah, there's a whole lot going on, a whole lot of truths coming out. I'm glad to see it. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Okay. This dude. You know, give me my screen back. Check this out.
I mean, some of y'all sitting here, your
I
house
love
is
this
being
man.
foreclosed on. You gonna pray to God. What God do you know that put the whole year that didn't know they fixing to take your house? I mean, some of y'all sitting here, your house is being foreclosed on. You gonna pray to God. What God do you know that put the whole year that didn't know they fixing to take your house?
Okay, that's not the one I thought it was.
Amon Ray is the God that have always been there and always will be there. No one gonna get around that. And when you finish saying your prayers, you say Amen. And you're talking Amon Ray and don't even know it.
Right.
That's where that comes from.
Right? Same thing with
Amon Ray.
hallelujah. When you say hallelujah, you're actually giving praise to the devil, to Satan. I don't know why this is lagging so bad. This is awful. Must be the solar flares. This dude is cool. You gotta check him out. QF. Love that boy. He's awesome. He's straight up awake. Like, for real. Alright, you gotta check this out too, because this is so cool. This dude drops some truth bombs left and right.
America is the fourth right? I'm watching this shit, and Billy Carson just said some shit that made
Billy
me
Carson.
pause the fucking video and then think about the events that have happened. Let me break this down. Right now, I'm at the Antarctica part of this video, and they're talking about, you know, Admiral Byrd and the pyramids that are down there. But when he said this comment, y'all know of Project Paperclip, right? Do y'all know the amount of scientists that the American government procured in Project Paperclip? Over 2,000 scientists, because of the knowledge they had in military, weaponry, technology. Some would say alien, but who knows really? And put them in prominent, powerful positions in our government. CIA, FBI, NSA, the head of state type shit. And I know y'all seen the videos of, you know, the police, you know, like, what are we on in Germany? And then you're watching a genocide of Palestine. And if you I know I just argue with someone who's a proud American. If you don't like this country, leave. America is the fourth right. What have we become? Here's the warning for you. The world went against Adolf Hitler, and they fell. What's about to happen to America? The dollar? I know what's happened economically. But when it comes to my fellow man, my people, I'm worried. about that. And history repeats. I want you, right now, ask yourself, what does America look like? Does America look like 1776, what it was designed for? Or does it look like what Germany was portrayed to be? Honestly, this might hurt your feelings, but ask yourself that question. What does America look like? Does it look like the land of the free? That's the most incarcerated country out of every other communist country that's not communist? And has 800,000 missing children a year?
Right.
I know you're not going to like the answer you conclude to. Peace to the gods. America.
Yeah, this boy is like seriously awake to some shit. Now, I don't know that I'd personally go as far as he has with all of it, but I mean, I can see where he's coming from. You know what I mean? Like, I can see where he's coming from. All right. The hell?
Bail off. And give this some context.
And then parents just, think that's funny. I don't know about you, but when my little kids act uncomfortable around somebody, I pay attention to that and I protect them. Just like when your dog acts out towards somebody. You pay attention. Because children and animals, they know. They know. Ain't nobody messed with their intuition just yet.
President. I don't give a fuck if you're a celebrity. Shit, I don't give a fuck if you're Dipset. I don't give a fuck if you're Jigga. I don't give a fuck if you're Princess Diana. I don't give a fuck if you're my brother.
Right?
My brother.
You make my kid react like that?
You're not doing this to my daughter.
Yeah.
I have a brother. He has 2 daughters. I never in my life did no shit like this. Creepily.
What a freak.
What the fuck?
There's a reason he's called Creepy Joe.
A motherfucking stranger.
With his code word ice cream shit, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? It's just wrong. Look at this dude's long ass beard here. What's this one?
If you have not seen this, stop. How FBI describes TIs, which are targeted individuals. A 25-year veteran from the FBI wrote this. And I'm not going to stand in front of it. I'm just going to clip the video to the end. And I want y'all to fucking listen. All y'all that think we're waiting for the New World Order, we're in it. Our money says it. Listen, if this don't wake you up, if this doesn't make you realize your vote don't matter.
Yeah. Well. Not much I'm going to say to that one. All right, check
This
this
is
out.
the Tibetan library found hidden behind a wall in a monastery. It contains 84,000 scrolls, which are said to record 10,000 years of human history. It was discovered in 2003 and apparently only 5% of them have been translated. Why should we trust our tiny history books when there is libraries like this and the one hidden from the public in the Vatican containing 50 miles of scrolls? I guarantee the stories in these scrolls and the scrolls in the Vatican vaults don't match the narrative we've been given. Even if you read the scriptures removed from the Bible, like the Book
Isn't
of
that
Enoch
amazing?
and the Gospel of Thomas, they open your eyes to more than the Bible does, and that's why they were removed.
Yep.
You gotta ask yourself, do you really trust the multiple authors, editors, and translators who created the book you read from? Do you even know who they were? Why they were instructed to write it, and who by? Two of the most powerful pieces used to enslave the masses are the Vatican and the Crown of England. Both were involved in the creation of the KJV. King James wrote the Book of Demonology before he had his own Bible knocked up by Sir Francis Bacon and the Jesuit order. Francis Bacon literally helped create the English language and was said to be one of many occultists behind the character Shakespeare. It's also speculated that he was the father of Freemasonry. You really have to start questioning the origins and etymology of everything you've been taught. Only then will you start seeing the bigger picture. Follow Unbind Your Mind and sub to my YouTube for more content like this. This is the Tibetan library found hidden behind a wall.
That's some deep shit right there. Like, for real. We are not being told a lot. We're not being told a lot. What's that right there?
When you on your way up, it's gonna seem like everything that could go wrong is going wrong when you on your way up. Everything gonna start pulling against you. Don't let that shit distract you, because it's harder to go up the hill than it is to come down the hill. Hey,
That's right.
Stay focused. It's just a little shedding phase before you can receive your blessings. Everything that ain't supposed to be around you, it ain't gonna be around you. That means loved ones, families, friends, whatever. Stay in alignment with what you focused on in your goal, and I swear to God, it's coming. When
Yep.
you're on your way
That's awesome.
up, it's gonna.
All right. I want to share one more thing. This is by Billy Carson, who was just mentioned earlier. Forbidden knowledge.
There's a connection between Jesus and UFOs.
You are lying.
You can't make this stuff up. They were sending us a signal to the future.
Are you for real?
Welcome to a journey of revelations and hidden truth. We're going to peel back the layers of history to reveal a narrative far different from the mainstream religions have taught us. Why do certain ancient paintings revered for the religious significance also depict mysterious UFO-like objects? What are they trying to hide from us? In the shadows of divine figures, there lurk symbols and objects that challenge the foundation of our beliefs. These ain't just artistic expressions. These are clues left by who knew more than they could openly share back in the day. Is it possible that the connection between Jesus and extraterrestrial entities have been deliberately obscured by the elite? Now, this series is more than just an exploration of the art. It's a quest for the truth. And we'll be dissecting each painting, searching for evidence that could unravel the centuries of concealment and manipulations. Are you prepared to question everything you've been told and join me on this uncovering the real story behind this mystifying artworks? The next 4 paintings that you're about to see, evidence clearly show high strangeness, and you may not believe it.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Let's start with scriptures. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created heavens and the earth. Have you ever considered that one of the biggest lies of your life begins with the story of Christ? Let me take you back to a place. In the heart of the Renaissance, a painting by Carlo Crivello presents a moment of divine encounter, the Annunciation with Saint Emeritus. Yet, above this scene, something extraordinary captures the gaze. Have you ever noticed a particular object in the sky above Mary, far from the typical depiction of divine light? Could this be an early representation of a UFO?
Boom. Right there. And why are they in such fine looking buildings? That ain't in the story. We were told that Mary and Joseph were poor people And she had to have Jesus in a manger somewhere because they didn't have nowhere to have him. Look at these fancy ass buildings all around her.
This anomaly, amidst a biblical scene, challenges our perception. It's not just an artistic expression, it's a piece of a puzzle that's across history and spirituality.
Now that's something to think about.
So why would Crivello integrate such a distinct, unexplained object in the depiction of the divine annunciation? What truth is hidden between the celestial phenomena? So basically what happened
badass hat he's
was
wearing.
Crivello's masterpiece invite us to explore the intersections of the divine and the extraterrestrial, suggesting a more complex and a narrative behind the biblical sources and religious art. Is it possible that this painting is a testament of historical encounters with the divine, offering a glimpse into the cosmic origins of this event? So imagine implications of such encounter being common knowledge in the past, encoded in art for the future generations to decipher. This celestial object shining a beam of light upon Mary could be a symbol of direct connection between humanity and a possible high extraterrestrial intelligence. Now, are we witnessing a hidden chapter of the human history where the celestial beings playing a role in shaping our spiritual beliefs?
That's exactly what happened. Linda Moulton Howe will tell you. She knows it.
This takes us to Matthew 3:16. As soon as Jesus was baptized, he went out of the water. At the moment, heaven opened up, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove, alighting on him. The evidence clearly shows there is hidden truth. What this taught me in the next chapter of our quest for the truth, we encounter the baptism of Christ by Art Deja. This isn't just another religious portrayal. It's a scene that might just redefine the divine. Notice anything unusual about the skies in the painting? Why does the light shining on Jesus resembles a beam from a modern-day UFO? This anomalous light source isn't a mere artistic license. It's a detail
I've never seen that picture
disrupts
before.
the traditional narrative, suggesting a presence beyond earthly realm. Could Gelder have been hinting at a celestial intervention, one not of this world, during one of the Christianity's pivotal moments? But now, this painting invites us to ponder on the possibility of extraterrestrial influence interwoven with the spiritual milestone. It has a bold assertion that challenges our understanding of the past. I realize we had a big problem, because what if the depiction is a silent testament to the true nature of divine encounters, suggesting that we're not supernatural, but extraterrestrial?
Some strange shit.
Could this be a
Some strange
veiled
shit.
acknowledgement from Del Gelder of otherworldly beings participating and observing significant religious events?
That's an ugly
Imagine
mug.
implications. Historical events were taken as purely spiritual, might have been influenced by visitors from the stars. Are we looking at evidence of an ancient cosmic connection long before
Let's see this one.
odd disc-shaped object
there's
that
that one.
observes? What ancient secrets are hidden within the celestial tableau? Open your eyes, people. This isn't just a quirk of Renaissance imagination. This inclusive of such a distant UFO-like object changes the convention.
Who's that?
Could the strange flying objects flanking Christ mean?
It's all a big lie.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, what?
It's all a big lie.
Are there a symbolic representation, or
And that's a good place to stop that. Because, yeah, it's all a big lie. It's time for the truths to come out, and I'm ready for it. I am so stoked. Thank you for checking out my video. Got some stuff across the top of my screen I've never seen before. And, yeah, we'll do this again another time. Peace out.